Och nu har vi fått exotiskt besök i vinnarcirkeln. Det handlar om James Herbertson som är, ja vad ska man säga, Australiens motsvarighet till Magnus Djuse. De är lika gamla och har vunnit ungefär lika många lopp, de här killarna. Och James har sedan förra tisdagen befunnit sig i Sverige, då hos Jörgen Westholm i Sala. Där han helt enkelt är på studiebesök för att förkovra sig ännu mer. 25 år, vunnit över 1560 segrar och dessutom en väldans massa grupplopp. Jag kan ta henne också, hunden måste ju med. James! Welcome to Sweden, James.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be here.
Hey, how has it been the last week since you came here? A lot of nice weather and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, they said this is summer, but yeah, it's quite cold. It's a little bit like Melbourne winter, but it's been great. The elite lot was spectacular. You know, Sweden does it so well, and it's been a real pleasure, really.
Yeah, the elite lap was one of the things because you won a competition in Australia, and that's why you're here now.
Yeah, on New Year's Eve it was a Young Guns Series, drivers under 25, so I was able to slip into that, and I didn't end up winning a race on the series, but I was able to win enough points to win the series. So yeah, you don't really hear of that very often, but yeah, we were able to win it, and the trip was the prize was a trip to Sweden, to Jörgen's, and spend some time with him, go to the elite lop, and gain some experience. So yeah, very fortunate to win that, and yeah, it's been great so far.
Last year you won about 370 victories. It's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, it was a massive year, numbers-wise and quality of wins-wise. Able to win some nice couple of Breeders' Crowns, Oaks. It was just a really, you know, country cups, which are our main races at the tracks away from our metropolitan track, which are, you know, good prize money races and really good races to win. So overall, yeah, it was a massive year, but you've got to have the horsepower to be able to do that.
What do you say about harness racing in Australia compared to Swedish harness racing?
Well, obviously we have paces as well. We're probably 70% paces, 30% trotters. And our trotters are quite good, I would say. You know, when Just Believe came over 2 years ago with Greg, he showed that he was able to match it. Just come down to barrier draws, of course. But, you know, other than that, our prize money's okay. Melbourne's sort of going backwards a little bit, but the other states are going okay. But, you know, the tactics and the racing, of course, is different. We have different rules and different race bikes and such. But I would say the tempo here is quite similar. So hopefully I feel a little more at home with the tempo. And, you know, as long as, you know, the horses aren't too silly, we should be able to earn some money.
You also have been to US recently, visit Ron Berg. How was that?
Yeah, it was great. Ron really backed me. So I drive for Summit Bloodstock in Australia. They're quite big owners, own a lot of horses, and they got me in touch with Mark Weaver, who's Ron Berg's main owner and sort of business partner. And from there, I met them in Queensland at the Ultimate Drivers, where Bjorn come over and raced in the series, Drivers Series, and met them there, and sort of everything sort of got worked out from there. So they're coming over and working and racing, and you know, they gave me a lot of drives, and finally was able to get a winner for them at Scioto Downs, which is great. But you know, putting me on sort of got me more opportunities on outside drivers as well, which then got me a winner at the Meadowlands, and yeah, it was they were great. They did everything they possibly could, and it was a really good experience. Very glad to have done it. Yeah.
So, what are the future goals for James Herbertson?
I'm not too sure at the moment. You know, at the moment I'm just sort of trying to be better as a driver. That's why we're here, and why I went to America, to sort of grow as a driver and you know, learn more skills and learn off people and learn about the different racing styles. And you know, if that means that we move and we race somewhere else, you know, in a year or two's time, well, that might be the case. Otherwise, we'll just stay in Melbourne. But at the moment, it's just be better. That's probably the main thing.
For a long couple of years, a long time, we have seen older drivers were in the elite, the top drivers all around the world. But the last couple of years, we have seen both here in Sweden with the Juicy brothers. We have seen in Australia with the McCarthy brothers and Dexter Dunn from New Zealand, and we see it's a change. What do you think? A lot of young drivers, and now you are one as well.
Yeah, and Magnus here as well. You know, he's been very successful so far. But I think it's a young man's sport. Everyone says that, and everyone can't be wrong. So eventually, the changing of the guard has to happen, and I think it's generally sort of every 10 years, especially in Australia, it's sort of every 10 years that the newer drivers come through and they get more opportunity than say, people that were 2 or 3 years predecessor to them. But, you know, you've got to work hard for it and get the opportunities. And, you know, thankfully that's been the case for me, and it's obviously been the case for Magnus here in Sweden as well. So it's good to see that that young people are really getting the opportunity that they are.
Wait a couple of seconds, we have the first race on its way out, but we stay put. We have a couple of more questions. 5 minutes to start in the first race here tonight. And you are going to drive here tonight, James. So what about that?
Yeah, looking forward to it. You know, the track and the start seems a little different to home. But it'll be very interesting to sit behind one of Jürgen's horses, you know, in a race. We've driven a few at home with his training methods, and it'll be really interesting to see how they feel once the gate leaves.
Actually, do you know how many Australian drivers who drove at Gävle before?
No, I don't know of too many. I think Greg came here and watched the races once, but that's all I know of.
Greg Sugar's the trainer and driver for Just Believe, and it was a shock a couple of weeks ago when he passed away.
Yeah, it was. You know, young, fit, looked after himself, very healthy, at the peak of his powers, training and driving better than ever. And yeah, unfortunately, he passed away in his sleep. Yeah, he's just a champion horseman, and more importantly, a champion person. And I'm sure everyone from Sweden that came into contact with him would probably say the same thing.
I think so too. Good luck tonight, James. And the most important question: when you have been at Jürgen's place, have you drove the superstar Tore E, a cold blood?
No, I haven't sat behind a cold blood yet. Maybe tomorrow, he said. So they look a little different, a little stronger, and have to hold your breath to keep them trotting by the look of it. But no, we'll sit behind one tomorrow and see how they feel.
Ask him if you can drive Tore. It's my horse.
It's your horse, so I better ask then.
Do that. Thank you for having you here, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Cheers.